Alright, everybody. Well, it's time for Metroid Dread 100% no major glitches by Root. Take it away, Root.
Hello everybody, my name is Root, and as Oz said, I'll be playing Metroid Dread, 100% NMG, and NMG being no major glitches. Well, I have Oz here with me, so thank you for being here, Oz, I appreciate it.
Of course.
Yes. And with that, we can get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck and have fun.
Thank you, I will try my best. So, in Metroid Dread 90%, and I said 90%,
looks like
100%.
your mic already went out. Well, there you go.
Okay. In a 100% NMG, the first area and the hardest area in the game, in my opinion, throughout the entire run is Artaria, which is the first area we enter, which is this one. And Metroid Dread is generally a very movement-focused game, and Artaria really tests the player's ability to move throughout the game, really. Because the first thing that we start off with is skipping this cutscene with Adam, but we start off with a climb, and in any Metroid fashion, the climb is it's simple, but it really does test your ability to do ledge hops and things like that. So this is the climb that we'll see a couple times actually through this run. I believe 3 specifically in 100%. So we are actually coming up to the first sequence break in the game, which is, I believe they call it Elaine skip. It's basically the broken Emmy skip, where we do a couple of pseudo waves and just ignore the tutorial in the game. And then we come up into another sequence break where we are going to go to Phantom Cloak first. So we're going to meet our first boss in the game, which is Corpius. Honestly, one of my least favorite bosses in the game till this day. And you'll see why. The reason Corpius is so annoying is because his head moves so much. It's basically RNG where his head is going to go. And something I didn't mention is that I'm actually playing on Rookie mode. And the main reason most players play on Rookie mode is because Rookie mode allows you to have 30 missiles instead of starting out with 15, which just makes Corpius a little bit more consistent and a little bit less annoying. Still annoying, just a little bit less. That Corpius is done.
And it's only been 2 minutes.
Yes, it's only been 2 minutes. We're done with our first boss of the game. And ironically, this is 100%, but 100% doesn't necessarily mean all bosses. There are 30 bosses in this game, but we only meet 27 of them, which is still a lot, but...
That fact haunts me every time I think about it.
100%, but not all bosses. Yeah, it's 100% item collection, specifically. So as long as we see 100% at the end of the screen, or at the end screen, we should be fine. So Adam here is just explaining to us what Emmys are, and I forgot because I haven't read that cutscene in a while. But they're basically just after Samus because they want her DNA. So we're just making our way through Artaria now. We're gonna go get our second upgrade, which is Charge Beam. And something you'll notice is that normally when you play this game, the Emmy will actually be active right now, but since we went and got Phantom Cloak first, the Emmy is not active at all, so we don't have to worry about anything chasing us throughout these rooms currently. We're gonna have to activate the Emmy later. I've been told because we will soft lock the game if we don't, but I'm sure that's true. But yeah.
But it's never happened to you personally? Or you haven't tested it?
No, I have not tested it. Oh. I was gonna do a water skip there, but I accidentally fell, which is fine. It does lose about 11 seconds, but it's nothing too big to worry about. I'm gonna do another... It's probably one of the tinier skips. Also probably one of the skips that makes Artaria kind of annoying if you want to try to optimize it a bit more. But nothing to worry about really. And it will make, if I mess up earlier or later in the game, it will make that section easier. I'll point it out. when we get to it. But here we're gonna do another little tiny skip. It's called the water platform skip. Normally we would go all the way to the left and trigger a button or press on a button, but with that we just don't have to do that at all. It saves around like 2 seconds. That one's not too big of a deal at all, but it does feel cool to pull it off. With that, we're pretty much at charge beam. The most difficult part about Artaria, or what makes Artaria so difficult, is the amount of optimizations that happen within it. You can make Artaria pretty simple if you do like glitchless Artaria. You don't have to worry about the first 2 pseudo waves. You don't have to do any of the water skips. It's just to make it a little bit more optimal, but they're by no means mandatory. Now we have charge beam. We're gonna go make our way to the second climb again, but first we're gonna pick up this energy tank because it is, well, it's gonna say because it's 100%, but most people will pick up this energy tank regardless because it's pretty free. It's just right there, so you might as well. Our second time through the climb. Ledge hops aren't looking too great right now, but we'll get better as I keep playing. My hands keep warm. You see there's an item there that we didn't collect yet, but we'll make our way back to Artaria one more time later. I think 2 more times actually. Later. And we will collect that. I'm going the wrong way. And we'll collect that item. We're just gonna head up and to the left. And we're gonna head towards a more hot area. Gonna break some of these blobs. Charge beam is what allows us to go through more of these areas now, since we can open a variety of doors. I want to open this one specifically for much later. It's not until end game that we actually use that door. And then we're gonna open this door right here so we can grab that item later. Yeah, just a lot of moving around Cataris. I think, oh, sorry, Artaria. I think there's only, technically there's 3 bosses here. The Emmys count as a boss. Corpius and the central unit, who will meet in roughly a minute, maybe less. We gotta talk to Adam one more time.
Hello, Adam.
Hi, Adam. We won't see you for very long, hopefully.
Do you do Adam skip in this category?
Yes, absolutely. You do Adam skip in every category. First, I want to open that door for much later as well. Adam skip saves around, like, depending what category, you can save like 3 to 4 minutes.
Oh, that's amazing. For some reason, I only thought it was like an any percent trick for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, no, absolutely not. So now we're going to activate the Emmy. We're going to break this blob. Because we have to, because that truly activates the Emmy after you do that. And then we are going to head towards the central unit. It's a pretty simple boss fight. You just missile the whole way through. Oh. Alright, got our Omega Blaster. First time actually seeing it. Because we skipped the tutorial. But a pretty cool upgrade. Kinda wish we kept it. But that would make Samus extremely broken. Oh, I'm going all the way to the left. I actually might be dead. I messed up quite a bit there.
Is the enemy...
No, it's fine.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah, I missed my ledge there. A ledge hop. And that caused a bit of a problem, but if you go all the way to the right, it's a bit of a safety net. Thankfully.
Okay. Does that boss, the central unit, does that get harder on higher difficulty due to less missiles, or is it pretty much just the same?
As the further we go, the more health it has. But we do this trick they're called Charlies, which are basically charge missiles after we get wide beam. That like pretty much triples your DPS if you do them properly. So they're really nothing to worry about. And then after that, once we get Speed Booster, it gets really fun. The Speed Booster takes out the shell pretty much in one hit. Right. Oz, remember, I need you to yell at me that it's 100%.
It is 100%.
I will skip items on accident instinctively.
This is not all bosses. This is 100%.
Yeah.
I know you've been doing all bosses a lot recently.
I have. I've been practicing all bosses, and the categories are extremely similar, except you're not collecting items. So I've been instinctually just missing a lot. And it has been a problem.
Yeah. If y'all like what you see here, there's also an all bosses tournament going on in the community.
Yes. Oh, couldn't hit the skip. It's fine. Get another attempt at it. Nice. A little bit of a damage boost to get past the little elevator. It saves you around, I want to say, 8 seconds if you get it first try. And if you don't get it, then you have to do the little zipper of shame, which is, it's okay, it's not too bad. Alright. So now we are going to Catarus, which is the hot area of the game, the heated area of the game. And we will be able to traverse most of it. We don't have Varia's suit, so there's going to be a couple of hell runs and things like that. It's one of the first things we do, actually. But yeah, Catarus is... I think the beginning of this game is actually the hardest part of the game, from going into Artaria into Catarus, because there's just a lot of movement that can really trip anyone up. It doesn't matter what level you are, beginner, intermediate, advanced, it does not matter, it trips everyone up. And hopefully this is the last time we will talk to Adam, if I can get Adam skip properly, which is a trick that no matter how good you are, no matter how long you've been playing, it does not matter. It can trip you up.
Well, everyone say goodbye to Adam. That'll be the last we see of him.
Hopefully.
Well, Adam skip is one of those things where you can just fail a lot and it'll still save time, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I know, definitely. But you don't want to fail it a lot, you know?
Of course.
Starts to feel bad after a while.
Like you're saving time, but at what cost?
Exactly. So we're gonna do another little damage boost here. I missed it. It's fine. Trying to skip this a little bit of this cycle of the elevator. Not too big of a deal. And then we're gonna see, I think, our really only hell run of the game coming up. Other than that, there's another trick called the hell pseudo, but that's not nearly as dangerous, and definitely, well, they're both very optional things to do. Because this hell run, as scary as it may look, it only saves around 2 seconds. It really saves like no time.
Well, you know, all the time save counts.
It does. I've been having really bad RNG on this guy. So that Emmy has 3 different positions that it can land in. That one that I got was by far the worst, because you just either have to jump over it and hope for the best, or you have to kind of wait like I did and move around it. Which is rather unfortunate, but not too big of a deal. I think that's like a 1 in 500. Anyone can correct me on that, please. But from what I remember, I used to hear people say that's a 1 in 500 chance that the Emmy ends up there. And, well, in my case, it's more like 1 in 5. I'm gonna try for the hell pseudo. I'm only gonna give it a couple of shots. I'll leave and exit and try one more time. Almost. Okay. We'll give up on it. It's fine. It's not too big of a deal to get hell pseudo or not. Instead of coming all the way around here, what hell pseudo will do is just hit this button immediately. So that way I don't have to walk all the way around and things like that. And it saves... For me, the reason I like doing it in particular is because my Adam skips have been pretty bad. So it gives me more attempts on Adam skip than if I go all the way around. But it's arguably... I think people consider it like the second hardest pseudo in the game. I think the first one being Diffusionless Drog Skip, which is a boss that you would use skip in Berenia. Which I've never even attempted before. Diffusionless, at least. We're heading towards Atom Skip, which is a 5 frame perfect. Tell me if I'm saying this right. 5 frame
A 5 frame window is what you're trying to say?
Oh, I got it first try.
Oh my god.
No, it's a 1 frame window for
okay.
five times.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. So very nice to get it first try, definitely. But yeah, I don't know how to phrase that. I'm trying to think.
You made it look so easy.
It's not. I promise you.
I've seen many people try and struggle on that skip, so you made it look incredibly easy. That's very impressive.
Thank you. I wish it was that easy every time, but I've reset so many runs to that trick. It's incredible. Like, even in the past week, I would say, like, it's given me the most trouble as of recently. Like, a lot of my runs don't get past Catarus because of it. So I'm very happy that happened. And now we're leaving Catarus. We kind of really run through a lot of the areas. We do backtrack quite a bit. It is a Metroid game. So we will get items and then come back. So we're gonna do that here. We're definitely not done in Catarus. We'll see it a couple more times. Try to make our way past a little bit left of Catarus that we have. %, right, Odds? 100%? Okay.
Yes, it's 100%, yeah. And speaking of 100%, is this like a type of run where you just try to get all the important stuff out of the way first and then go back and try to get all like the collectibles and items and such?
Yes. So, we do have a very big cleanup section of the game. That's like, it's around like 25 minutes, the entirety of the cleanup. So
well, as this every single completionist run, you know?
Yeah. But I think it's fun. Like, once you get every single power up in the game, like, once you get power bombs, like, the game truly just opens up. Like, if they gave power bombs to us earlier, it would be a very different run. But because it's the last upgrade that we get, you know, can't do much about that when things are quite literally locked behind it, right?
True.
But yeah, we are making our way to Dyron, which is the, I guess, more mechanical area of the game. There's a lot of things are building in the background, I can just say, I guess, is the best way to put it. You kind of just go in and out of Dyron, though.
One thing that I wanted to ask is, like, how exactly does community define a boss? Because I found it interesting how you said like the enemies count as bosses, because when I think of bosses in like Corpius or the Central Unit, stuff like that, instead of like the enemies themselves. I don't know why. There's in my head it's two different things, and it's so
yeah. No, I get what you're saying, because like the Central Units are more like little tiny mini bosses and things like that, right? But we count bosses by how the game categorizes them. So basically, when you go to the end screen of the game, it'll tell you how many bosses you've beaten. So if it says 30, which is every single, you know, mini boss, Emmy, you know, main boss, then that's what we count as bosses.
Okay. So.
If you were to ask me personally, I'd be like, oh yeah, the mini boss in, you know, the Central Units, because I don't really, they just become like basic enemies. Are not difficult to take out, you know?
That's fair. Wide beam acquired.
Yes, my favorite item, one of my favorite items in the game, because now I don't have to aim as much. They're still aiming, I will admit, but not as much. But there's these blocks, the wide beam blocks, which are just a pain. I hate them to this day. I don't know why we call them Pedros. I don't know. I live with that fact more so than I understand it. But they tend to, hopefully it doesn't happen, but since all the shots of the wide beam register like separately, sometimes like you'll hit two of the switches on the wide beam block as opposed to all three of them, so then you have to charge it again, and then it can get kind of messy. But luckily I've had some good shots off, so. So we're heading back to Cataris. I said we wouldn't be gone from Cataris for too long, and I wasn't lying. We're coming right back. Cataris is probably the area I want to say we see the most. Because we're gonna leave Cataris again right after we get Morph Ball, spoilers. And then we're gonna go to Artaria and then come back to Cataris. So just can't get enough of it. There's quite a bit of bosses here. Oh, see, there we go. Bit of a blunder there. So here's where we're going to see the first use of Charlie's, which is just charge beam missiles. So it basically triples your DPS because, I mean, you're using the wide beam, which is essentially just 3 of Samus's normal beam, and then a missile. Cool. Now we're gonna... This Emmy kill looks scary, but I promise you it's not. It's the safest quick kill we have on the Emmy. You just stand here and shoot, basically, and the Emmy is down. Like that.
No matter how safe you tell me the Emmys are, I will always hyperventilate when I see one approach.
You can when we see purple Emmy. When we see purple Emmy, like, I start crying every time, so I don't blame you. But yeah, it is safe, I promise.
How many are there?
7? Question mark?
7 question mark?
Think. And we have Morph Ball. Now the game opens up even more to us. And a lot of people love to point out that we get Morph Ball really late in Dread. Normally Morph Ball comes around the first item you get. And here it's... I don't know where this would be qualified in a casual playthrough. I don't remember. I want to say like... It's not middle of the game by any means. So like the beginning, right? It's like the beginning of the game, but definitely a lot later than first.
Yeah. A solid 22 minutes in is where we'll find it for now.
Yes. I feel like I missed an item. I have 48 missiles.
Do we want to confirm or do we just want to trust?
No, I'm pretty sure I'm missing something. I'm trying to think. Because I should have 50 by the time I hit Kraid. And I know that. And I'm trying to think, what could I have missed already? You
want me to read out a blurb while you think about it?
Yes.
Alright, well, while she's thinking on that, I want to remind everyone that Completithon is raising money for Somos Familia Valle, a community-based organization and led by local low-income first-generation college students who are LGBTQ plus people of color in the San Fernando Valley area and San Fernando, California. Somos Familia Valle organizes for intersectional LGBTQ plus liberation through transformative dialogue, advocacy, and civic engagement. And they also have a variety of programs for you to partake in. This includes monthly meetings for multiple support groups, including women of color over the age of 18, LGBTQ plus youth and their allies between the ages of 12 and 17, and queer and trans men of color over the age of 18, all of which are free services, especially if you live in the San Fernando Valley area. While we get set up and with the rest of the marathon, please go check out their calendar at somosfamiliavalle.org/calendar if you or anyone you know is interested in these support groups. And we also have amazing incentives for you to donate to, including the Ratchet and Clank bid war to change the weapon, and the Hollow Knight bid wars to save or kill Mila and save or kill what is the name of this? The Nailsmith. I forgot. Totally forgot. And so we have a bunch of amazing incentives, including the Path of Pain at $200. And I think I just got in time for the bar.
Yes, we have Vario suit, so now we can be in hot areas, heated areas. I don't know why I call them hot areas, and be okay. Some people like to call them boulder shoulders, which they are. The boulder shoulder suit.
During those blurbs, did you realize what it is that you're missing?
I'm not sure if I instinctually jumped over the one item after morph. So I might pause for a second and see if I did that. I should have 50. If it's not that one, then like...
You really don't know?
Yeah.
And you're best safe than sorry.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pause real quick once I get to Cataris and see if that's what it was.
Would you go back for it now? You're gonna find a way to route that into later?
No, I'd go back for it now. Because I'm trying to think of where I would find it later, but... Be a quick pause. No, I got it.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Well, the show must go on. We'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah, I'll get it. So now we're heading towards Kraid. As you can see, we're in heated areas now, but we are going to arguably depends who you ask, worst boss in the game. One of my least favorites. Definitely loses me a lot of time more definitely loses me a lot of time more often than not. And also dubbed the big green time waster by some people in the community, because that's what Kraid does, is waste all your time, no matter how good you think you are. But not a difficult first phase, just mash missiles and hope for the good RNG, which I unfortunately did not get. The good RNG would be Kraid throwing nails at you and standing still. But for second phase, we do this thing called the single wall jump, or infinite wall jump, depending on who you ask, which I will be quiet for a second while I finish it.
Serious.
Oh, I can't get the last one. Okay. So that trick is it's very rhythm based. So if you just don't have any part of the rhythm down, it can be difficult. It looks pretty simple. It's like, okay, just jump and turn into a morph ball. Simple. But it is more inputs than that than you would realize. And as I said, also very rhythm based as well. But Kraid is down.
Is there a pattern to specific attacks, or is it just random each time?
RNG.
Okay.
Unfortunately, which is also why he's a big green time waster.
Diffusion beam.
Yes, diffusion beam, which basically diffuses our beam. We can now hit... Yeah, I know, right? It's almost like it was in the name. So now we can hit blobs that are like in the middle of areas, and we can, once again, access more areas. Everything just lets us access more areas, more often than not. Dyron, I'm really trying to think. Nartaria, Cataris... Iron, I didn't miss anything. You don't get anything in time. I'm so confused. Interesting. But we are headed towards Dyron actually right now. To go to a dev-intended skip. A skip that anyone can do. It's not too difficult at all. It's to get grapple beam early. And, oh. Widen the doors.
Intended.
Yeah. It is a dev intended skip. It's really not something that's like impossible for anyone to do. You just jump on that wall over here, and then from here you do a little coyote jump. Well, and you make it. And then that's the skip, basically.
And the folks do that at home?
Yes, anyone can do that. It's just about timing more so than like anything else, and it's really it's not that bad. The second jump, in my opinion, is the scariest part, because if you miss the second jump, you have to restart the area, because you don't have enough health to be in the lava to make it back for a second chance. But once you get the timing down, it's like, oh, I can go get grapple beam, and it's kind of nice. The grapple beam is very helpful. Now we're in Artaria. Did I say we see Catarus the most? We might see Artaria the most.
Now you're just giving us mixed signals.
I know, it's my fault. I'm sorry. I should know the game better, right?
I would hope so. Grapple beam!
Yes, grapple beam. So, and we're kind of flying through items, right? Just got diffusion, grapple.
I would hope that it grapples.
It does. It grapples pretty well, as you can see. I'm going across gaps, which is cool. We can now also, not only can we spider magnet on magnets, we can also grapple onto magnets as well. If I missed the item in Artaria, and yes, I'm still thinking about this, that shouldn't be too difficult to route in. I'm more worried about Catarus than anything.
Do you go back to Catarus at any point? From here on out?
Yes, but not to get... It's frozen when we get there. So we don't...
Okay.
Yeah. So like I said, we're gonna go back to Catarus quite a bit. But the only time I'll be able to get it is in cleanup.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you'll be able to.
Yeah. So there's an item here, which is an unknown resource has yet been acquired. I can't use it. Spoilers, it's a power bomb.
I don't think that's how resources work.
Well, it does in this game.
It's like, I don't know what this is, but I'm sure you can use it for something.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, it's not like other Metroid games where it's like, oh, you got the item, so now you can use it. I have to wait till I get the power-up ability, and then I can be able to use it. There's some items that you'll see me skip intentionally, and it's like, are you skipping? There was an energy part right there. We get it later during cleanup. It's just faster that way. Specifically, if anyone's wondering why that E-Tank is faster, it's because I need a charge beam to open the door on the left, and I'm able to charge it and just leave, as opposed to getting the item, going back down, charging, and it's like a minute difference, but it is a teeny bit faster to just ignore it for now. What's
the lore update at this point?
The lore update? Like what's happening?
Yeah, what's happening in the game?
I'm the wrong person to ask.
Speedrunner has speedrun so much they forgot the lore.
Yeah, kind of. Like, I'm trying to... Whew, actually, I'm the wrong person to ask. Wow.
Right. Anyway, you got the bomb. Let's focus on that.
Yeah, we got the bombs. This item I literally accidentally skipped the most blatant item in my face in my run the other day. I just missed this one in particular. I was like, wow.
You missed the bomb. Don't you need that for things?
The bomb? No, I got the bomb. I missed that missile pack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, we can't continue without the bomb. So we're gonna head towards the left. And if I didn't have the bomb, I wouldn't even be able to get these items. So.
I mean, sometimes you just easily miss stuff like that, you know? Just out of habit.
Yeah, it's amazing because, like, I done 100% quite a bit, but because I took a month off from it, and then we started the All Bosses tournament, it's like all my muscle memory was gone. I'm like, wait. Everything I used to get was like, it was all so simple, and then here I am missing very, obvious items. So... We're leaving Dire now. And now we're gonna... Bye, Dire. Well, we're gonna come back.
Okay. We'll see you later, Dire.
Yeah, we're always gonna come back, Oz. Like, we're never gone for good. But we're headed towards the water area, which is Barenia. And for a lot of people, I would say most people hate water levels, myself included. I don't like water levels and I don't like ice levels. But a lot of people tend to really enjoy Barenia for its atmosphere. And it's nice. It's also a water level still, so you know, I still don't care for it that much, but we don't stay here for too long. And by the time we do get here, we have upgrades that make it just a lot simpler. But we have a trick coming up. It's called Backdoor Flash. And if you're wondering why I'm not getting that item on the top, it's because I literally cannot. But yeah, it's called Backdoor Flash, which is essentially just using multiple bomb jumps to keep Samus in the air long enough where I can ignore a pressure pad on the floor, so that way I can get Flash Shift quickly. Which is honestly not too big of a deal because I have grapple, and because I have early grapple, I can actually do a different pathway of getting Flash Shift, but this is like 8 seconds faster if you get it first try. Nice.
Nice. Flash Shift required.
Yes, Flash Shift required. So Flash Shift is, now we're really going to start to move a lot faster because Flash Shift we can go whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh, that's so satisfying.
Yep, it feels nice. I am going to grab this now. I like grabbing this now, especially when I do hard mode, because there are some bosses that do a ridiculous amount of damage that I don't appreciate. So it makes it a little bit easier. So I just like getting comfortable doing it or grabbing it in any mode. We're gonna head all the way down. There are pseudos you can do here, but because we're doing 100%, I need to grab that item on the left. So I'm not worrying about pseudos at all right now. I also don't like Barenia pseudos. But you can just call me a hater for that, it's fine. What you're gonna see here is something called a water bomb jump. So basically, you saw that I had Samus jump out of a morph after being hit by a bomb, and basically what that does is that I don't know exactly how it works, but it allows me to keep my it allows Samus to bomb jump in water and still get height, because normally she would just kind of fall if she gets hit with a bomb in water. Because of that, I was able to diagonally bomb jump to the side and skip going all the way around and getting to the door. But now we're heading back to Dyron. As I said, Oz, we weren't going to leave for too long. And we're going to fight the yellow Emmy, which is one of the scariest Emmys, in my opinion, in a casual playthrough, because it is extremely fast. And if you just don't know how to deal with it, then it will just chase you until you die. Basically, it does its job very well. Let me just say that. That's the yellow Emmy right there. We're gonna kind of ignore it for now.
Does the game force you to interact with the enemies for progression?
What do you mean?
Or are you, like, if you wanted to avoid the enemies, could you? Or does the game force you to interact with them?
Well, no, because they have a lot of upgrades that we need.
Okay.
Yeah. So, for example, the yellow Emmy gives a speed booster. Like, imagine if I didn't go get the green Emmy, right? It has more fall. And I need more fall to, you know, progress through most areas in the game. Not Phantom Cloak, but Spider Magnet and things like that. So it's definitely forced, and I have to go do all of them. So it is, like I said, the yellow Emmy can be pretty scary, but if you jump onto this platform and just aim and shoot, it's pretty much down. If you don't give it a chance, it doesn't have a chance, and therefore you win. Which is nice. Alright. Now we have speed booster, and we will really start moving.
Speed.
Yes, speed. the flash shift and speed booster together. I'm gonna come back and get this right now. Really unlock all the movement that you'll need in this game to go really fast. So as long as I don't mess this up, it should be fine. Nice. Grab this 10 missile pack.
Ooh, that movement is so good. So satisfying. It's so fast.
It feels very nice. Gonna grab a couple more items throughout here. Grab another one over here. Oh, missed. Fine. Another speed booster, flash shift. So you see, we definitely start moving. We definitely start moving a lot faster after grabbing these two items. It definitely makes the game very satisfying, I think, to play, to be able to hit a lot of these movements. This one. Probably the most out of the way item that I can think of, at least. Oh, whoops. So now we're actually heading toward what I believe is like the halfway point of the game. If we're talking about like any playthrough, we're headed towards Ferenia, which is where we'll meet Quiet Robe, who we will see for about no time before he just dies, unfortunately. Yeah, we kind of just come here and then he dies, and then we leave. But that unlocks pretty much the second half of the game, which is pretty nice. Well, not nice, unfortunate because he dies, but you know, we get to play more.
It's a sacrifice that needs to be made.
Apparently. So item up top.
It's for the greater good.
Yes. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Aim properly, my NA aim. So the cool thing about Speed Booster is that it actually, if I charge one and I hit a Shine Spark on an enemy, it actually does half of their health. No matter what enemy it is, it does half of their health. So with Quiet Robe, I hit 2 Speed Boosters and he is down. Oh, Quiet Robe, sorry, Quiet Robo. Quiet Robe is the Chozo.
Wait, do you mean half of their total health or half of the health that they currently have?
Their total health.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's very strong. Gonna grab these items over here. And then we're heading towards Dyron. Yes, Oz's about to be Oz's favorite area, Dyron.
Let's go. Go back to Dyron. You see, I'm catching up.
Yeah, how many times have you seen this run?
At least 2.
At least. Yeah, full through, that would make sense, yeah.
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 I've definitely seen bits and pieces, but I think I've seen this like at its fullest like once or twice.
That's fair. To be fair, it is a very long run.
It is a long run, yeah.
2 hours is not short by any means. I mean, this is like the first run that not 100%, but Dread. So, like, my first runs were ever, well, even in any percent, actually, I started out, my first runs were like 3 hours, right? Because I was new to the game, new to speedrunning and everything. But still, even then, an hour, I thought hour speedruns were like short, but apparently that's like a midway for a lot of people. And like short is like 15 minutes. And I was like, oh yeah, that does sound short. But here I am thinking short is an hour and 30. Speaking of, if anyone's interested in learning Metroid Dread in general, any percent NMG, and we have so many different categories, any percent NMG, any percent glitchless. If you're interested in a midway point between any percent and 100%, we have the all bosses category, which is pretty much all movement based. It's very similar to 100% in that sense. Like, there is no specific, except maybe the pseudo waves in the beginning, but you can do glitchless Artaria and it'll be fine. There's no real trick that'll, you know, kill the run. You know what I mean? So now I can grab this item here. Then, you know, if you're looking to suffer, you can, but that's up to you at that point. No, I've actually never seen 0%. I can't say anything on it. But I can't imagine it's easy.
What is it implying?
You get 0 items and beat the game.
Like, how do you do that?
Collectible items. Oh, collectible items. Yeah. Well, at least the least amount that you can get. Right? Because some I think you kind of just run into, but the least amount of items that you can get.
Okay. But then there's also a category named minimum items. So.
You know, I don't know all the categories.
Put you in a corner here.
Yeah. I know all the ones that I run, and that's about it.
Yeah. Maybe one day you'll branch out. Or not. Who knows?
Who knows? I mean, I do quite a bit. All bosses, 100%. 90%.
Yeah.
Can I please hit this? So that little pseudo wave right there actually skips an entire boss, which is Dragaiga, which is the water boss of the game. And now we just never have to see him. The only category we do see Dragon is all bosses, and that's it. Yeah, but he's like, why would you want to see Dragaiga? There's no point. There's no point, in my opinion. We're gonna head to Gavrin, a brand new area that we haven't seen at all. We're gonna be away from the first couple areas for, I want to say, a little bit. But yeah, Gavrin's pretty cool. It's kind of like the forest area. Can I call it that? Forest? More like, it's a lot of greenery. As opposed to water and machines. So that's nice.
Oh, look. Lovely animals.
Lovely animals. Yeah, there is no kill or save the animals here because we are not. We just don't have that option. Little Ida missile tank here. We're gonna fight another robot Chozo warrior like that we saw with Fire Road. It's not. This one's a little bit worse because I can only hit 1 Shine Spark on him. But other than that, just kind of take damage boosts. I have enough health. And mash missiles into his face. Like that. Nice. We're actually in Gavrin. We're headed towards super missiles. Which are...
Super missiles?
Super missiles, yeah. Which, in my opinion, not that useful. They're useful for 2 seconds.
They're not quite super.
No, unfortunately they're not. You get them for 2 seconds, and then you get ice missiles.
So you're really supposed to have 102 missiles at this point.
Yes, I believe so.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure by crate I'm supposed to have 50. Because I had 48, I'm nervous.
I can check your PV and see and confirm or deny that suspicion. Or not.
If you don't mind. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Can you find my PV? It might be unlisted. I guess I did one yesterday if you want to check that out. Yeah. Now we're out of Gavrin. So we move through all the areas quite a bit, but we do end up seeing them a lot because we, you know, backtrack a lot. So we won't be out of Gavrin for very long. We're just gonna go to Elin, which is my least favorite area in the game. Not because it's difficult, but because it's just there. It doesn't feel great. It's just like, you just kind of have to do it and then leave. numerous times. Even in cleanup, I would say it's the worst area. Even if it's easy, it's just like, get me out. But you do get a cool upgrade at least. So this entire time that we've been playing for about 50 minutes, we've had just a regular beam. But in Elon, we actually get plasma. Let's skip this cutscene. Cheers. But before that, we have to get my least favorite item in the game, or at least one of them. I'm gonna miss. Just gonna do that. Wow, okay. It's my least favorite item in the game because since I took those enemies out, it'll be fine. But getting this one and keeping the shine spark throughout with all those enemies is just painful. Just pure pain. But I kind of took the easy way out there.
Sometimes what you got. That's what you gotta do. Take the easy way out.
Yeah.
Plasma beam.
Plasma beam, yes. Pretty cool beam. We keep this one for quite a bit. As opposed to super missiles, we do keep plasma beam for a little bit longer. Oh, I missed. Plasma beam just gives us more damage than normal. So for this boss right here, it's the first time we see it. I'm just gonna mash. Not too difficult of a boss to handle. Probably the easiest warrior that we have in terms of health. He's pretty much down. Not too bad.
Solid.
Yeah, thank you. Any update on the art?
I'm checking. You do in fact fight. What was the boss you said? With 50?
Crane.
Yeah, Crane. You do fight Crane with 50. I can do some analysis. I can do some further analysis for you and see exactly where you missed something. While we're hosting here. But meanwhile, do you want? Do I have some moments to plug some incentives here?
Yes, you do.
All right, wonderful. Just a reminder, we did get the Metroid Prime 100% randomizer upgrade met, so everything will be randomized in the next run. However, we have one final target incentive, and that is for Hollow Knight Path of Pain. That's going to be open till the end of the marathon, till the end of Hollow Knight. It's going to be done at the very end of the marathon. It's up to $200, and I think that we can make it because we are actually on track to beat our previous event, No Glitches Allowed 10, by a little over $200, and so I think that that's absolutely amazing. We ended that event with $1,535, so get your donations in today and tomorrow so we can meet that incentive and even beat our previous event's goal. And so our current goal set on Tiltify is 2,000. If we can meet that, that'd be amazing. But at the very least, hopefully we can beat last event's total of $1,535.
What?
So I see we're gonna fight another Emmy. Did my eyes deceive me?
No, your eyes did not deceive you. Now that we're back in Gavrin, because I said we wouldn't be gone for very long, we're gonna do another water bomb jump to actually do another sequence break. And then we are going to hope for good RNG right here, and the Emmy is not below us. It's not. Good. Remember how I said shine sparking is very nice? Takes out the shell just like that of the sentry units. So pretty cool. And then from here we're gonna start a speed booster outside of this room to manipulate where the Emmy is gonna be. So if we start a speed booster, slide, and then flash shift all the way across here, the Emmy should be coming out from the top left. And that way we can just take him out hopefully as quickly as we can, because this is the worst angle in the game for an Emmy kill. In my opinion, the purple Emmy does a good job fighting that position, but the purple Emmy is annoying for a different reason that you'll see when we get there. But remember I said that super missiles weren't very useful, right?
I do remember that.
That's because right now we get ice missiles. So we just completely replace it. Yeah.
Hence why that Emmy was blue.
Yes, that's why the Emmy was blue. Actually, if that Emmy catches you, it freezes you in place. So.
Oh, does each Emmy have like a different death animation associated with it?
Death animation?
Like
no.
it freezes you in place, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it freezes you in place and then it can catch you.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like the freezing in place was the method of killing that it does, or something like that.
No. It freezes you in place and then it catches you.
Okay.
Cool. That was my least favorite item in the game. I'm gonna say that a lot. And you might be like, but why is every item your least favorite item? And the answer is yes.
The answer is yes. That's all you need.
Yes.
Pulse radar acquired.
Indeed. Which is nice. Useless item, really. I think we only get... I don't know if we need this for 100% in particular, but I know we get it because it'll take us to... back to Barenia. So actually, I said we were not gonna see the first couple areas in the game. I'm a liar. We're about to go back to Barenia right now, so that way we can get my favorite suit in the game for practicality and because I think it looks cool, which is the gravity suit.
The gravity suit, nice.
Yes, which allows us to move through lava, allows us to move through water, as if we were just playing normally. So, very convenient. And one of my favorite things about Dread is the loading screens. We see a lot of them, but at least they look very cool. So that way I don't have to feel bored.
They are very nice.
Yes. So this is going to be a dev... It's an intended puzzle. Like, anyone can do this puzzle, the speed key puzzle, at home without... I'm not gonna say without any practice, because, like, it takes... I still mess this up to this day. Like, no matter how intended this is, and no matter how... case in point. No matter how many times I play this game, I will mess up the speed keep a lot. Whoops, let me start from over here. That's actually probably the first time I messed it up like that in particular. I'm kind of impressed, if I'm being honest, with how I really angled that Shine Sparks to mess it up that bad. Alright. So with that over, we got our item, our 10 missile pack, that I thankfully didn't skip, because that would have been unfortunate. And we are going to get gravity suit. Please, Samus. My fault. It's not your fault, Samus, I promise. Nice.
Gravity suit acquired.
Indeed. Definitely the best suit in the game. I also love the color scheme.
That was a cool suit, I will admit.
Yeah. So now we are headed back to Artaria. Now we're heading back. Now we're actually headed back towards all the beginning parts of the game. So we're gonna make our way to Artaria because it is frozen now, and we will see why it's frozen. In a little bit. It'll take a minute to get there, but we have a couple bosses to get through, and a little bit of actually don't think we get any items here so far, but it is a really cool section of the game. I'd say for 100%, like, learning it and actually accomplishing it feels really cool, because there's a lot of cool speed keeps that are happen here. I'm gonna grab this now, because I want to do a little... Hopefully I get a glitch later on. It's better to grab that now, just in case. Recharge the speed keep. because we're about to meet another soldier, a red soldier this time, who has more health. Good RNG. Bad RNG. It's fine. You kind of want the Chozo to stay on the ground and keep hitting you, as opposed to jumping, because it's hard to aim and shoot if he's jumping onto the walls. Nothing too bad. So pretty good RNG, to be honest, that I got. I'm going to skip these items for now, because we're going to come back. Try to get this speed keep. Oh, I missed. The item there I can't even get if I wanted to. Alright. Nice. When I said we're gonna go through this climb one more time, here we are. The third and final time we do the climb, I accidentally flash it. Thank you. It's actually really dangerous. So this is the room that we don't see in the beginning of the game, where this is where we meet the broken Emmy, the tutorial Emmy for the first time. But we don't have to worry about it, because it's not active.
Mm. So this is the one that you said that if you don't activate later, it's been shown to cause soft blocks?
No. The white Emmy is what would cause.
Oh, the white Emmy. Oh, okay.
That's what I've been told. I haven't been soft blocked, but I believe people that told me that. So.
It's a very serious accusation.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized which pack you missed.
Which one?
You missed the very first one of the run.
The very first one of the run?
I'm comparing your VOD from yesterday to this one. You missed the very first one.
The very first. Which area? Do you know what area it looks like?
8 minutes and 49 seconds into the run. There's like a waterfall that you like jump into.
Oh my god, yeah, because I didn't get water skip. Oh, I'll get that then. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
God.
Of course.
I appreciate it. It's because okay, so I actually didn't miss anything. Because I missed water skip on accident. Normally, if you just get that, you just run into the item.
Mm-hmm.
So because I missed on accident, I didn't have an opportunity to grab it. Okay, I'm literally gonna get it like in like 2 minutes because
Okay, nice.
it routes in. You'll see. It routes in perfectly fine.
Perfect.
You're so great, Oz. Thank you so much.
Of course.
I appreciate
I
that.
didn't know how you would take the news when I told you, oh, you missed the very first one of the run.
Well, it makes sense. I'm just not used to missing that trick. That's not to sound like arrogant or anything. I'm not used to missing that trick, so like I was like, what could I possibly have missed? What is happening? Alright, there we go. I got 2 in one. Yeah. The very first one. It's really funny.
But at least that's mystery solved right there.
Oh yeah. So honestly, it's a weight off my chest. I hope you know that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Appreciate it. So that was Z57. We kind of talked through the whole thing. That's my bad. But a really cool boss. And now everything is not frozen anymore. Now everything's back to normal.
Amazing.
Yeah. So now pretty cool speed keeps that we get to do now. Oh. Fine.
Just seeing you bounce around is just so cool.
Thank you. It feels cool to be able to pull it off. Alright. We're actually about to get that missile pack that you mentioned very soon.
Nice.
Now we're headed back to Artaria, which is not frozen anymore, which is great. And we will get... screw attack, which is the pretty much. It's kind of busted if I'm being honest. It's a very like it just one shots like everything. If you run into it with your screw attack, like most enemies, you can just jump into, you'll win. So. Alright, so here I'm gonna try my best to perform a ledge warp. Okay, that wasn't it, and I'm glad I checked. I don't know if that's it. I'm gonna hope for the best and say that was it, but I'm not sure. If I'm lucky, and if I got it, then I will be transported all the way back to that area we just saw. But I'm not sure if that was it, unfortunately. It was not. It's fine. I've been having trouble with that one lately. Oopsies. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to tell, like, what... Whoopsies. Just flash shift into walls. It's a little bit hard to tell when you got it correctly. Because I believe it's like a 2-frame window. So, remember how I said I was gonna route in Oz? We're about to see it right now.
Actually, I'm glad it's just convenient to like a very convenient routing.
That was so wonky.
So you go back here regardless?
Yes.
So does it really matter if you get water skip at the beginning or not?
Water skip is to save like 11 seconds in Artaria in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I remember you saying that. Right. Yes.
Yeah. So it doesn't like in terms of items, it doesn't matter because you'll come back. But to be fast in Artaria and to optimize Artaria in the beginning of the game, yeah, you kind of want to get water skip.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, but we're gonna do a little bit of a cleanup here right now because we're not coming back this way. Coming back to Artaria, but not this way in Artaria. So we're kind of coming back to this area right here because we couldn't get this item before. Oopsies. Having a little bit of trouble, but definitely a bit of a detour, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? At least I think it's kind of worth it. The energy tank. It's not like an energy part, which I'll never understand. Why am I... Okay, one second. I'm mistiming this. There we go. Like, one of my least favorite things they did in any game, in Zelda games too, is giving us like energy parts. I don't really like collecting like 3 pieces of a heart, or is it still 4? It's probably 4 pieces, right? Must be 4. In like Zelda, I don't enjoy that too much. But yeah. The reason we get that one now as opposed to before is because we have Gravity Suit, and since we have Gravity Suit, we can pretty much move freely in lava, and we don't have to worry about almost dying, essentially. Which is nice. Cool. Going back to Cataris. A lot of what we're gonna see now is it's a lot of teleporters. We're basically leaving areas. We need to go back to Gavrin to get the worst item in the game. Once again, I've said that a lot, but the worst upgrade in the game, I should say. Well, no, second worst, because I'm playing all bosses and spin boost is a little bit unfun if you would ask me. I'd rather just have space jump and call it a day, but...
And why might that be?
Because spin boost is just one, it's just like it's like having a double jump, right? Mm-hmm. Whereas space jump is you have infinite jumps. Oh, whoops.
Makes sense.
So I'd rather have infinite jumps than a double jump. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just makes
For
my
sure.
life a little bit easier. So I got a couple more items because we're not coming back this way in Cataris at all when we come back later. Then head towards Gavrin. So the reason most people consider cross bombs one of the worst items in the game, and it's mainly because we don't see spin boost inside most speedruns. We only really see it in all bosses. It's because cross bombs, they don't feel like they work most of the time. Like they do, but they don't. They do when they feel like it, and they don't when they don't feel like it. So, and hopefully I don't run into any of those problems. You'll see it in the tutorial room afterwards if I do run into problems, but. Nice. We're gonna charge a little bit of a speed booster over here, so that way we can get this item. Oh, I forgot to put a bomb. Whoopsies. I was like, I feel like I'm doing something wrong, and I was correct. So put a bomb and then speed booster. Oh, unfortunate, but it's fine. Just charge another one. Then we're gonna meet Golzuna. This isn't Golzuna. This isn't Golzuna. Oh. Unfortunate. This is Golzuna. And hopefully I can hit 2 Shine Sparks, because I know what I said, 2 Shine Sparks will take out... Ah, I was so close. So 2 Shine Sparks will take out the boss in its entirety. Unfortunately, I missed the last one, so Golzuna still doesn't have half health. But I'm not too worried about it. I say completely confidently that I'm not gonna die. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, not gonna die. There's nothing that could go wrong.
No, of course not. Never.
Cross bomb acquired.
Yes, cross bombs. So, like I said, they're an okay upgrade. When they work, they're great. When they don't, then they're painful. But here's hoping. So we're gonna see them. Whoopsies. We're gonna see them in use right now. Basically, cross bombs allow us to move through gaps like this. And if you do have trouble with them, or you feel like that they're not moving properly, just make sure you put your control stick in a neutral position as you're being pushed, because if you hold it right or any direction, for some reason they get a little wonkier, and I'm not sure why. But if you put your stick in a neutral position, chances are you'll just boop, move across. Boop. Boop.
Where are we going now?
We are going back to Ferenia. So our main... We're gonna get my favorite item, actually, or one of them, which is Space Jump, in Ferenia.
I'm assuming it's as implied. It makes you jump higher. Kind of thing.
Infinite amount of jumps.
Infinite amount of jumps.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Also, I lied. We're
That's
gonna
like-
be at first. But
That's like at least 2 jumps.
at the very least, right?
Right.
Yeah. We're gonna skip these items at the top. We could get them now, but we're gonna get them later. It's a little faster to get them later because of upgrades that we have later.
Do you think that this game suffers from the unfortunate reality of like trying to get everything, but if you get everything, you kind of like are overpowered in the final boss by like a lot?
Oh, you're definitely overpowered, but it's great. I think the coolest thing about Metroid is like feeling that overpowered. Like, I think, yeah, it's like feeling how overpowered you are. But I do think that Ravenbeak, like, is still difficult. Like, especially if it's like a casual playthrough. Like, Ravenbeak's still hard, I would say.
Yeah, because I know that's how I felt with some of Nintendo's games, including Breath of the Wild. Where you just, if you get all the upgrades to your weapons and armors and everything like that, you can just kill Ganon in like a really quick amount of time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was wondering if Metroid Dread suffered of any of the same things.
I would say... I mean, I'm so biased. I love it so much, right? I'm like, no, there's no problems at all. But... Sorry. Definitely, like, knowing how to beat Ravenbeak, like, relatively optimally, I would say. 100% is, like... I love that fight. No, I would still say no. Yeah, you're overpowered, but it feels great.
Yeah, I can imagine. There's still some challenge to it, despite having all the upgrades.
Yeah, definitely. Especially because Ravenbeak has like specific, well, not specific RNG, but he has RNG in his attacks, and what you have to watch out for, right? So. Oh, whoops. So this is a little bit of a space jump. Like, do you know how to use space jump? So, because all of these are combo blocks, so if I touch any of them, I just fall. This nice use of, or getting you used to how to use space jump, rather. Oopsies. So, we're just gonna grab, we're gonna stay in Ferenia for actually a little bit. So we have quite a bit of upgrades to get here, which is nice. No! Oh, I missed. No, I missed. It's too far. My hope was to freeze that. My hope was to freeze that, and then charge a speed booster onto it and break it, so that way I can do this. It's a very neat little thing that you can do. I remember when I first saw it, I was in shock. I was like, that's a thing? That's unbelievable. Because, like, I would never in my life have thought of that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. This is the purple Emmy. As you can see, scary. The purple Emmy basically, like, it can shoot through walls and also stun you. So that's not fun if you get caught. But luckily we sequence broke quite a bit, and now we have gravity suit, and we don't really have to worry about being that scared. At least on the first meet through of the wave Emmy. But I believe when you come here for the first time in a casual playthrough, you actually have Vario. Like, you're not, like, you don't have gravity suit yet. This is SQ. That was SQ. Pretty simple boss. Once you Shine Spark, and having Screw Attack in particular on this boss is extremely easy. You did tell me that we met the incentive, right, for boss rush?
For the boss rush, yeah.
Yeah, so I won't have access to either speed booster nor screw attack there. So the boss is probably, in my opinion, I'd say the hardest in boss rush because of that.
Yeah. Well, that's just the reality of sequence breaking, right? Mm-hmm.
Most definitely. Because they're like, you're not supposed to have any of this yet. I'm like, what?
It would be interesting. Yeah, it would be interesting if the boss rush was based off of what items you had in your playthrough rather than what items the game thinks you should have in your playthrough at this point.
Oh, that makes boss rush like under 3 minutes at that point. He's so quick. Alright, nice. Whoa, I almost missed that. That item, that can be pretty finicky because of cross bombs, getting those bomb blocks open. Oh, whoops. That was my fault. That was just bad placement on my part, but not too bad. I'm gonna store charge missiles, which we got from SQ, so that way I can get some extra DPS on these robot chozos. That way they get down pretty quickly. Oopsies. I think this is the longest we've been. Well, no, probably Catarus. I was gonna say this is the longest. No, Artaria. I'm lying. Never mind. I was gonna say this is the longest we've been in an area because we kind of moved through them a lot.
I love how you change answers at like twice in the span of 4 seconds.
It's a bad habit of mine. Because I definitely like I definitely talk before I finish my thought in my head, so my mouth like goes a lot faster than what I'm thinking. So does that make sense? Like,
no, that makes sense.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to make sure I explained it well. But
sometimes thinking is hard.
Exactly. So we are going to meet our last central unit of the game, which is the easiest central unit of the game because we have all the items that we need. Shrine Spark to take out the shell, and then Screw Attack to take down the entire second phase, which is pretty nice.
Beautiful.
Yes. So the purple Emmy, or the wave Emmy, Emmy, whichever is your name of choice, is the scariest Emmy in the game. In a speedrun, I don't know, casually, most definitely terrifying. In a speedrun, I would say triply so, and you'll see why. Right now, I'm going to be quiet because I have to focus.
Serious time. Oh no.
Yeah. So that's the reason the purple Emmy is the scariest. I thought I hit enough shots. So if you miss 4 of those really fast shots, then you can't take down the wave Emmy. Or you have to jump over, basically, and kind of work around it. I thought I hit enough, but apparently I didn't. I saw I missed a couple, but apparently I missed more than 4. That's unfortunate, but nothing that is too heartbreaking. Hopefully I can get it here. For mine, I'm jumping over. I'll jump over for safety. Nice. That is not the last enemy of the game, second to last enemy of the game, which gives you one of the coolest upgrades, in my opinion, which is the wave beam. So now we can just like, you know how you're saying, oh, do you get like really busted and anything?
Yeah.
I mean, we can shoot through walls, so I would say that's pretty busted in general, right?
Yeah.
And it's like a basic upgrade you get, so.
That's just an in-game mechanic.
Yeah, it's just like something that happens.
Yeah. The devs heard walls as a suggestion and took that literally.
Exactly. As they should. They were right for that. But yeah, so now so if we weren't doing 100%, this would be the longest any percent run ever. But, well, that's not true. But we would technically pretty much be ready to finish the game, because in any percent after you get through the wave Emmy, you just go through a couple more soldiers, and then you go to Ravenbeak, and then you win, essentially. But we're not doing that, because we are going to go to the last Emmy, which is the orange Emmy, which I'm very sad that you don't actually get to see very much. Like, it just appears and then dies, which is unfortunate.
You said that the blue Emmy like is able to freeze you. Do
Yes.
any of the other enemy? Do any of the other enemies have like special abilities like that?
Yeah, so the wave Emmy can stun you as well, similar to the... It's similar but different to the ice Emmy, the blue Emmy. Mainly because like the blue Emmy has to be in your eyesight. The purple Emmy does not have to be in your eyesight at all. It can just like kind of see you from afar. The yellow Emmy is extremely fast and honestly really terrifying. And I'm trying to think of who else. Every other Emmy is pretty bare bones, if you would ask me. I'm trying to think what other Emmys there are.
So good shows a fight.
Huh?
I said good shows a fight. Good.
Oh, thank you. It did go pretty well. But yeah, most of them are pretty bare bones, except for, I would say, the ones that I mentioned. Unfortunately, we don't get to see the orange Emmy that much, but it's just how it goes. So now we have power bombs, which...
Power bomb!
Yes. Open up the game pretty much completely now. Now we have every upgrade in the game. Not necessarily every item, but every upgrade. We still need... By the end of this cleanup section, I should have 290 missiles. And... Whoopsies. And 15 power bombs. So I'm still quite a ways away. Make our way through here. So these were items I didn't want to collect before. I'm going to get them now because power bombs allow me to go through this area a little bit faster. Unfortunately, I'm not going to make the cycle because I got a little caught there. Yeah. We're gonna head back to Ferenia to really start cleanup.
Alright, the cleanup portion.
Yes. Cleanup portion starting with Ferenia. And I'm gonna pause after every single section just to make sure I have 100%. I want this to be an honest run.
Yes, don't be like me. I missed a collectible in my run earlier this week, so...
Did you?
Yes, I did. And I even went back through the level that I missed it in, and I still could not find it.
Oh no. Is there no way to check where it was, or?
Not specifically. I mean, there's a way to check what level you missed it in, but not the exact collectible that you missed. So.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It is. It's unfortunate.
Right. Making our way through Ferenia again. We've already seen pretty much all this section. We're just gonna go through a little bit of a different route. So now we're gonna go down left. Get that power bomb. I mean, pretty much just one more item here and then we're done with Ferenia. Ferenia is really quick. Oh, whoops. Missed my speed booster. It's okay. Is 100%, nice. That was Ferenia. So Ferenia is pretty much done. We're gonna head towards Berenia. And the last time, I mean, Berenia is not too bad, mainly because we have I forgot the name of this suit, gravity suit. So nothing too much to worry about, in my opinion. But it can be... I mean, it's water. Depends how much you like water levels, right? Alright. A lot of the areas are going to be pretty much similar to... Oh, I'm playing this like I just got here. Please. I do think the cool thing though is that even though a lot of the areas are pretty much similar routes to what we've seen before, like we are gonna see like the whole game. Do you know what I mean? I think that's what I like about 100% is that we definitely see the whole of what the areas have to offer. Because normally, when I first played the game, I actually didn't 100% it at all. The speedrun is where I finally collected all
Wait,
the
are you
items.
telling me that in 100% we see 100%?
I know. Isn't that amazing?
That's wild.
I know. Yeah, that's what I like about it. It's cool. Get all the items. Well, actually, I'm lying again. You know why? Because we don't fight all the bosses. So we actually don't see 100% of the game. We do see a lot.
Well, that's it. I do find it strange how, like, I mean, I guess you did explain 100% item completion. That's what community decided upon. But I do find it strange how, like, it's categorized as 100% the category itself, but the game tracks how many bosses you've beaten, and you don't beat all of them at the end.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing.
Yeah, I think it's mainly because when you look at the end screen, it says 100%.
Fair.
So,
But it wouldn't say like a higher percentage if you killed the 3 bosses?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that was my favorite boss fight in the game, by the way. Those double robo-chozos. It's just one power bomb and they're done. Gone for good.
Solid.
Yes, I love that. Alright, so now we're headed to Artaria for the final time. Thank you, God. Artaria is not my favorite area in the game, but, well, no, it's cool. It's cool. I'm just, you know, sometimes it's a skill issue, and I have to admit that.
Yeah.
And it is my fault that my Artaria.
Well, maybe if you complimented Artaria, it would go better for you. You know.
Artaria, you're so wonderful. I love you so much, Artaria. I don't think there's a better area in this game than Artaria.
Exactly. Now you're gonna gold this split.
Yeah, and anyone trying to tell me that is just lying. And you know what? I don't appreciate Artaria slander. I'm just saying.
Exactly. You see, now you're gonna gold this split just because you said that.
Yeah. Should I keep going?
Remember, the game can hear you, so.
Yeah, Artaria's so great. Like, all the speed keeps you doing Artaria are great. You gotta get all these missiles over here. Whoopsie. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? It's my fault. It's never Artaria's fault. It's mine.
Never Artaria's fault.
Oh.
It was less than a second time loss. It's fine.
It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. Look at that.
Nothing bad ever happens in Artaria.
No. No one loses runs in Artaria ever.
Never ever.
Come on. Like I said, anything that happens, it's always my fault. Oh, whoops. My fault. See, it's fine.
You see, it's fine. It's fine. You get so many missile packs. My goodness.
Yeah.
Imagine if you had these earlier.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Well, I don't know. It does like. I feel like you get so many in rookie mode that does it like just stop mattering at a certain point how many you have? Obviously not for 100%, but just like in general, like when it comes to the difficulty of the bosses or anything like that.
We really don't. Whoopsies. We really don't collect that many, if I'm being honest. I think by the time we end in any percent, we have 50. 8.
Yeah.
Max. So I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Compared to 290, we really don't collect that much.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I mean, I guess my point just being like, you even need 290 missiles to do what you need to do. Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Exactly. So.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. At a certain point, it just becomes fluff.
Oh yeah. Probably like past 100, it becomes fluff, to be honest. No, past 50, it becomes fluff. You really don't need any more than that. And 50 is solely for Ravenbeak. The last sorry, the second phase of Ravenbeak. You need 50 missiles to be able to get past without switching to Wave Beam. Whoopsies. Don't work. Whoopsies. Remember how I said, oh, I'm gonna open these doors for later? This is literally what I'm opening them for. Is these...
Later is now.
Later is now. Now is later, yes. I missed everything though. Oh no. It's fine. It's my fault. Artaria, I love you. It's never your fault.
It's never Artaria's fault.
Oh, I just pressed morph on accident. Don't morph, Samus. Oops.
Ooh, you just rolled straight into that missile attack like smoothly. Yeah. That was great.
Thank you. So that was Artaria. We got 100% Artaria, which is nice.
Did you go to split?
I don't know. I missed 2 of my splits, so I can't tell. I cannot tell.
Well, let's just pretend you did.
Sure. Yeah. So, Cataris.
I mean, it looked really good at Army. It looked really good to me.
Thank you.
Exactly.
So, I appreciate
Cataris, as you were saying.
Yeah, Cataris is the hardest section in cleanup. I'd say if Artaria is the hardest section in early game, Cataris is the hardest section in cleanup by far. There's a lot of optimizations in Cataris. Most of which, I'm being honest, I never learned because I didn't want to get super frustrated if I missed a trick. So I know a very bare bones Cataris, but even then it's still pretty difficult. Mainly because of all the speed keeps that you will end up doing. Yeah. Thank you. Odd. But yeah, Cataris is definitely... It can be a heartbreaker. But I mean, you kind of feel cool doing all the speed keeps. Like that is pretty simple, but it feels cool, you know?
It does look cool. It looks cool.
Yeah.
Everything about the movement in this game looks cool.
I agree.
Like that? That was cool.
Yeah. It definitely feels cool.
Seeing people be like high level at this game makes me want to like get good at it myself, even though I've never even played the game before.
You should. You should play it. I want more people to play this game. Just in general. I just love it that much, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh. Yeah, the cool thing I really like about 100% specifically is that, like, it is very movement based, meaning that, like, there is no trick in particular that will kill your run, right? In any percent, we have either short boost or space pseudo. And, like, either one of those are potential run killers. I mean, I guess we can argue for Atom Skip, but Atom Skip is by no means mandatory. It does save time, but it's like... like, if you're just starting this game, I really don't recommend it. I would say just get better at general movement first, and then learn Atom Skip, because Atom Skip, for me personally, took me 2 weeks to get more than 3 times in a row. So it was definitely like almost a breaking point for me. I was like, this is rough. I'd say that's probably one of the harder speed keeps in the game, because it's the amount of time that you have speed booster, I believe, is like 4 to 5 seconds. So, and it takes like 2 to 3 to charge a power bomb. So you have to store, charge your power bomb, and then slide. Why didn't that work? Interesting. Oh, okay. Just not gonna. Okay, interesting. So yeah, that particular speed booster is hard to keep. Oopsies. And now it's kind of blasting through Caterus. Oopsies. Yes. Oh. So there is a trick called short boost that we can do here. I'll try for it. Never
Let's
mind.
see if you get it.
Okay, I'll try
Nope.
for it. Try. Nope.
No.
Nope. So what short boost is in particular is a trick where you need a certain amount of distance to be able to charge a speed booster like this. And what short boost does is that it allows Samus to essentially just get a short speed booster. And we would be able to avoid this entire section. You see how I went all the way around? Avoid that entire section completely and just get that item without worrying about anything. But it's mainly used in any percent to be able to get screw attack very early. But that is the hardest short boost in the game to achieve, given the distance that you have to store it or attempt the trick.
Do I ever take this moment to remind folks one last time why we're here?
Yes.
Yes. Remember, you're watching Completithon, and it is a charity event dedicated to completionist runs. This includes 100% all collectibles or even categories where you collect all of a specific collectible, like all red berries or all shrines, just to name a few. If you're interested in getting involved and finding out more, make sure to join our Discord and follow us on Twitter to get updates about future events. That's No Glitches Allowed here on Twitch. You can join our Discord for either No GA or Completithon, listed in the panels below. And No Glitches on Twitter, where we tweet about both events. We're currently raising money for Somos Familia Valle, which is a local community organization dedicated to empower, train, and mobilize families and their allies for racial, gender, and environmental and economic justice. Somos Familia Valle promotes LGBTQ+ affirming homes, safer schools, and healthier communities through our values. Through their values, which are a commitment to being their authentic selves, community compassion and integration, family courage, intersectionality, and cultural humility. And if you're interested in getting involved in the future, our next event is going to be No Holidays Allowed, which is our winter event. It's open to all kinds of speedruns and showcases, not explicitly 100%, not explicitly No Glitches Allowed. Literally anything goes. You can submit any run you want. And we're looking forward to seeing some amazing speedruns there as we raise money for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center, and that'll be in December. Submissions will open soon, about a month or so after this event is over.
Nice.
Alright, well, back to you, Root.
Now we're back in... We finished Caterus, and I did not check... Whoops. I did not check if I had 100% completion in Caterus. I forgot to press the pause button. So we're gonna hope that when we see the end screen of this game, that it says 100%. Power... Crossbombs? Where are you? There you go, thank you. Okay, we're gonna take this. So, yeah, I will actually be able to know if I have 100% based on my item count by the time I get to Hanubia. Because like I said before, I should have 290 missiles and 15 power bombs, yeah. Let me attempt another speed keep here. Oh, whoops. Oh, I need a speed booster. energy part, 1 of 4. But yeah, now we're just kind of zooming through every last area of the game.
Just getting these upgrades piece by piece.
Yes. And missile. Something I like about this game is like the missile plus tanks. Because the missile plus tanks give you 10 missiles as opposed to 2 missiles. 10 is just a better number than 2, I would say.
For sure. Amazing movement there.
Thank you. Ah, okay, it's fine. They're very short
You get
speed
so-
to charge. Yeah.
You get so many items during cleanup. I want someone to like make a chart as to like the rate per minute or rate per items that you get like every minute or every second, because it's just it feels like so many in quick succession.
Yeah, it is quite a bit. I'm glad the like getting an item doesn't take too much like time, you know what I mean? Like they don't give like a whole fanfare or anything every single time. It's only for like
Oh, you tell me they don't do every single missile upgrade?
every single one of them. Imagine for a 2-pack missile if I had to hear that every time, I would never run this route.
Right?
It's like 5 seconds each. Are you kidding me? Like, how much time that would add?
Yeah.
Alright, so now we're back in Gavrin, which we will not be back in Gavrin for long. Gavrin's a detour to get back to my least favorite area, which is Elin. And then we'll do Gavrin cleanup later. Actually, well, we do a tiny, tiny bit of cleanup here, but not too much.
The small stuff.
Yeah. You can actually get this item much earlier, but I choose to get it later. Mainly because if I have space jump, so if I miss anything for whatever reason, I can just space jump into safety. Oops. It's a tiny little detour. Gavrin's a little bit annoying because how scattered the items are. Like, there's really no neat way of getting everything in one go. Maybe in unrestricted categories, but I don't play any unrestricted categories because I think they're very painful. I think they're very painful because of skew. Skew, yes. Basically, it allows Samus to do a lot of wonky stuff.
Oh, okay. I should check out a unrestricted run.
Yeah, I mean the 80% run is 80% unrestricted is I think 48 minutes long, so it's pretty short.
Rookie is 46, 44.
46, wow. Yeah, compared to 80% NMG, which is 107, I believe, the 107.58. Or something like that. So it does save quite a bit of time doing the out of bounds strats. But they are...
Kind of interesting how there's unrestricted and then unrestricted multi-file.
Yeah, there's a lot of wonky stuff. Yeah, like, I'm not even too sure what multi-file is. I know they have like a legacy category too, right?
Not from what I can see, just unrestricted, unrestricted multi-file, no major glitches and glitch list.
Interesting.
Oh no, there is legacy for any percent.
Yeah.
And that's 44 minutes.
Yeah, legacy is interesting. I don't have any power bombs? What?
Is that just on the original patch of the game?
Yes.
Okay.
I've never ran out of power bombs here. I'm kind of shocked. Sorry.
So first time for everything.
Yeah, like I'm shocked. I was like, what? I didn't look. I didn't even think to look at my inventory because I was like, I'm good.
Would you say that that's never happened before?
I would say that. I think that's what you said.
Yeah, she said the thing. She said the thing.
I knew. I was like, I'm not supposed to say that. But it hasn't, I swear. Is that like speedrunner sin or something?
Yeah, it's just marathon luck. That's never happened before. Something that just never happens in a run. It just has to happen in a marathon.
This has to. There's no other options, right? That's so interesting. I didn't even think to look at my resources. I was like, we're fine. It's all good. Lo and behold, I was very incorrect. Alright, Gavrin, which is going to be our last sweep of the game, and also the shortest cleanup section. Get like 3. No, it might be Ferenia. Gavrin and Ferenia tie each other for shortest cleanup sections in the game. But it's pretty simple.
I see.
These are my favorite ones. I don't know why, it just feels nice to get.
I mean, it looks satisfying to get.
It feels very nice. We should play the game on this. Have you thought about it?
I should play this game.
Should.
I have thought about it. I own a Switch.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun. I swear.
Yeah, but I need to pay. I need to still buy Pikmin 3 Deluxe and Pikmin 4. You know.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. Priorities. That's fine.
Yeah. While Root is a Metroid Dread speedrunner, she knows that our real hearts are at Pikmin. So.
I'm a Pikmin fan first. That's just facts.
Exactly.
Always. I have 2 A80 missiles, which is fine. I'll get the last E-tank, hopefully. Don't hit the wall. No! Unfortunate, I missed. There you go. E-tank popped.
The issue with 2D, I think the issue with 2D Metroid games is that I always imagine what it looks like from Samus's perspective. She can only run forward and back, and everything is in a just everything is just in a straight 2-dimensional line for her, going forward and backwards.
So you want to play the Prime games, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. I mean, I own the entire Metroid Prime trilogy. I have not played it.
Really? I've only played one of them,
Yeah.
so I can't blame you too much.
Yeah.
The first one the first time I played it was the remaster, actually. And it was hard, in my opinion. Now we're in Nubia.
Yeah.
And
I heard the Prime remastered one is really good though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I do recommend.
So what do we see here?
We're going to end game. We don't see much.
Okay.
Just grab this missile, and we're done.
Nice. 290.
290, yeah, 15. 15.
It's a little annoying that it's not 300.
Does it bother you?
It does kind of bother me that I'm looking at it. I feel like 300 is where it's an easy cap, and so.
What if I told you in normal mode is 275? How does that make you feel?
That's a little better, but
Yeah,
still.
it's not close enough to.
Yeah, it's not close enough to 300 where I feel bothered by it. The 290 just feels awkward.
I understand.
Anyway, what's this Chozo about?
He's very powerful. He can. I mean, I said because I'm on 1 rookie mode and I have, and I have all items. It's not too bad, but he is very powerful. If you're on like hard mode, he pretty much takes you down. No matter how much health you have, he takes you down in 2 hits. If you have every single E-tank in the game, he takes you down in 2 hits. If you're playing on hard mode and you are playing any percent, he takes you down to 1 hit. So you can't get touched at all. He is pretty difficult. Alright. Now we're headed towards Mr. Beak, Mr. Ravenbeak himself, the final boss in the game. Yes, we're pretty much done with the game at this point. Almost. We have a couple more things to do, mainly Ravenbeak, and then blowing up an entire planet.
The classic escape sequence that every Metroid game has to have.
Exactly.
It's the one thing that they're never going to change about Metroid games. Just the escape sequence.
I don't think they should.
Yeah.
You gotta have your classics, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Alright, so with Ravenbeak, what I'm gonna do in the beginning is called Gold Skip. So I'm going to run up. I'm gonna skip cutscene, run up, lay a cross bomb. Do that. Then I'm gonna charge storm missiles. And then once I do that, I'm going to counter, storm, and match. And that should skip his entire gold phase. So there's 3 phases to Ravenbeak. That was phase 1, this is phase 2. Which is basically just smashing missiles and hopefully hitting him. And because I'm on 100%, I'm not worried about how much damage he could do to me. So I'm just tanking whatever hits he has. But yeah, it's a pretty simple second phase. While I'm staying on the left wall, because if you stay on the left wall, it's supposed to try and manipulate what kind of attacks he's gonna do. So my hope is that he will only do this attack that he's doing right now, and the Gatling gun, which he was going to do. And then third phase is basically just working around his RNG, and this is great RNG for me. You want to counter in the first 3 attacks. If not, it's not worth taking the counter. But he gave me good RNG there. Not even gonna worry about the sun, to be honest.
It's just there.
Yeah, it's just there. 'Cause he's pretty much down. Bing. Nice. And now we are going to meet Ravenbeak X, which is Ravenbeak getting taken over by an X parasite and also being mixed with Kraid, I believe. It's a mess. While I'm in my Metroid suit, because spoiler, Samus is Metroid. It is a Metroid. And we're gonna time this like that. I mean, if we're talking about being overpowered, Oz, like, literally nothing can touch me.
This is pretty overpowered.
Yeah, if an enemy touches me, they die. Like,
dang.
I don't have to do anything. Just
alright, escape sequence.
Yes.
You get 3 minutes, which is probably 2 minutes too long.
Ah. Yeah, actually. Pretty much exact. It is a pretty cool escape sequence, though. Oh, missed my speed booster, that's fine. I'm gonna lay a power bomb here, so I don't have to worry about any of these bomb blocks. And I can just leave.
How far back are you backtracking in order to actually go through this escape sequence?
Pretty much the entirety of Panubia. Yeah, the entirety of Panubia. So if you don't really remember the layout of Panubia, that's unfortunate. A jump, and then speed booster all the way up, so we avoid everything. Oh, whoops. I did. See, it touches me, he dies.
Dang. That's truly overpowered.
Mm-hmm. And it feels great. And that's time.
GG's.
GG's, thank you. That's my bad. I probably should have announced that we're getting close to time sooner than that.
You're good. You're good. It's the escape sequence. We all knew time was coming up.
Yeah. Wait, that is Metroid Dread 100%. No major glitches. Let's see if I got 100%. Let's see. Ah. It's kind of scary.
It was a 158.17.
Nice. Not too bad. Underestimate, so I'll take it.
While we're waiting, 100%?
Let's see.
See you next mission?
Yes!
Yes!
100%.
Amazing! 100%. Alright.
So but we still are not done with the Metroid Dread content. Isn't that right, Ruth?
Yes, we are not.
Yes, we have a boss rush. If our very kindly restreamer would reset the timer on that, so we could start that soon. And while we're setting up for that, I actually do want to read one donation. It is from the next host up on deck. It is Bonnie Dimples that says, "Psst, hey Ozzy, play Metroid Prime." Just saying. Psst,
True.
play the rest of the Prime series. Just saying.
True.
All right, and that went towards Hollow Knight Path of Pain, which is our final incentive that you can definitely donate towards, and I highly recommend that you do. And it also went towards the Hollow Knight Bid War to save or kill the Nailsmith. Right now, save the Nailsmith is in the lead with $10. But yeah, now it's time for the bonus boss rush that everyone donated for.
Yes, thank you for that. By the way, I appreciate getting boss rush in. It's always fun to play. So, funny thing about boss rush is that you know how I said there's 30 bosses in the game? Well, we don't even go through all 30 of them because most of them are repeats anyway. But we do go through all the cool bosses, and we will see some bosses that we haven't seen before, mainly in like Dragaiga, and things like that. So, with that, let's get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Actually, thank you. So actually, I forgot, mostly we don't actually do timers on boss rush because it has an in-game timer. So I always forget when I submit this for an estimate that I need to up the time a little bit more. Because the in-game timer, because I say 10 minutes, but then I'm like, oh, 10 minutes in-game time, but it might take a little longer than that sometimes. But not if I play well.
I know the last time you did this, it was just barely under 10 RTA.
Yeah.
Just solid.
I was hoping I can keep that promise up. I'll try my best.
Alright.
So back at Crate again. Yes. Back at Crate again. Missiles to the face. Once again, didn't give me great RNG, which is unfortunate, but nothing to worry about too much. Right, nice. Got that first try. So I'm happy about that. Mash more missiles into his face. Hopefully he gives me a good RNG. We'll take it, that's perfect. Nice crate, thank you. Nice. Quick crate.
Solid.
Thank you, pretty good crate.
Oh, you saved 8 seconds.
I did, which is nice.
Amazing. Central unit time.
Yes.
Although this one's pretty easy.
Yeah, this one's not too bad. The Ferenia Central unit, I would say, is the worst because you have to store a Shrine Spark, which is pretty difficult given the amount of space that you have. So I'm gonna try to hit a 1 cycle on Drog. I'm gonna do my best. It's not my forte because I'm just started learning all bosses, but I'll do my best to hit that 1 cycle. Oh, I definitely didn't get that. It's fine. No, he's gonna take like 2 hits. There's unfortunate, but
Unfortunate.
yeah, it should still be pretty quick. Probably need like 2 shots, to be honest. 3. Not too bad.
3 shots.
This robot
you
chose...
still save time over your boss rush.
Yeah. This Robo-Choser actually kind of scares me, if I'm being honest.
You say that every time you do this boss rush.
Yeah, because I'm not lying. It's a very honest sentiment. It terrifies me. Because I don't have speed booster, and I can only take so many damage boosts. And that...
And then you...
Sorry, yeah.
No, go ahead.
He does a lot of damage. Nice. Alright.
I was gonna say, and yet you breeze through it every time, or so it seems.
I tried my best. That's all I can do. SQ's actually the worst. I'm gonna say that a lot. Esky is because I don't have Shine Spark and I don't have. I'm trying my best. Give me 1 sec. I don't have. Nice. Screw attack to really save me. Nice, not too bad. Please come back. Expert, right?
Yeah, because the screw attack essentially just allows you to kill them pretty instantly.
Yeah. If I hit the Shine Spark into the screw attacks, it takes 6 screw attacks to kill him. If I don't, it takes 12. But a lot of Esky's attacks do a lot of damage. Alright, Experience 57. One of my favorite bosses in the entirety of the game. It's always fun. Starting off with good RNG. So you have 2 options with Z57. He can either do his claw swipes attack or he can do that attack right there. And you want the attack where he's kind of spewing acid on the floor. I don't know exactly what it is. Because it allows you to get the maximum amount of DPS off because he is on screen and you can hit him. So that's pretty nice. We'll do the cool intended Shine Spark. Nice. Twin robot soldiers, which I will be mashing. Thank you. I'll be mashing my heart out.
Your favorite boss?
Yeah, that's what they are. I almost died. I almost got really good. Demolished, thank you. Alright, so the Golzuna. Oh, Golzuna, actually my least favorite boss. Oh my gosh.
It almost feels like you're experiencing boss rush newly every single time you do it.
It's because I am. Like, it's... It's the thing with Golzuna in particular is that I'm about to get demolished. Oh my god! I almost got destroyed. Alright, we're gonna hope for the best here. Are you kidding me? I have no health. I have to take it slow. I'm scared. If it looks like I'm playing scared, it's because I'm actually playing scared. I don't want to die.
It's okay. You got this.
The thing that makes... Are you kidding? Why this one? Okay. The thing that makes Golzuna difficult is I don't really have access to easy Shine Sparks, so I kind of had to set them up, and unfortunately I missed all of them.
Oh no.
So, yeah, it'll be fine. But...
Oh no. Lost a significant amount of time, unfortunately.
Yeah, it'll be okay. Oh, yeah, I didn't have health. Well, you know, at least that was the beginning of the... of the fight. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thank goodness it's not a boss rush that makes you start the whole boss rush all over if you die.
Oh no, if that was, I would have to like estimate this way differently. Alright. That was unfortunate, but sometimes I forget because I'm not used to having to keep track of my health. Like from boss to boss, I'm like, okay, I'll get a refill or something. That was just a little unfortunate that I didn't look. So this...
Another central unit.
I missed. Wow. Yeah, that's the harder central unit, mainly because that Shine Spark isn't the easiest to get off. Because of the limited amount of space that you have.
You saved like 23 seconds there, though.
Yeah. Thank you. Let's go, Mr. Beak. Boss we just saw recently. Yes. It'd be pretty similar to what we saw not too long ago. Everything make him. I have to watch my health again. Let me remember to look at my health. Oh,
I hear looking at your health is important.
Yeah, you know. I should probably not take it. Don't die. Not taking advantage of that. I'm just. My eyes on my health. I'm like looking at Ravenbeak, but just barely. Oh my god, I missed a lot of misses. Alright, counter? Not melee, counter. Counter, sir. Counter, Mr. Beak, please. Oh, this is so unfortunate. Counter, Mr. Beak. Counter, thank you. Did nothing for me. Ravenbeak, please. More help.
Please, Ravenbeak.
Oh, that's unfortunate. You've got to be kidding me. Oh my god.
Right.
I did not want to start that whole Ravenbeak fight over. That's time. Sorry.
GG's.
GG's. My god, that is actually terrifying. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Well,
Right,
that is...
We got a 10:08 on the timer.
10:08?
10:08 RTA, yeah.
Ah, so close. To underestimate.
Yes.
But yeah, that was Metroid Dread 100% NMG and Metroid Dread Boss Rush, both modes, which are really cool. I think Boss Rush is very good for practicing strats on a lot of bosses. For example, if you play all bosses, you can practice one cycle drug, something that you normally wouldn't be able to do unless you go to that area and save in game and then keep going. So it's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice resource, but thank you to everyone at Completithon for one, having me on, and two, for putting on the event and, you know, just in general doing an amazing thing for an amazing group of people. Oz, thank you for not only being my host, but agreeing to not only host, but to commentate with me as well. I appreciate that a lot.
Of course, anytime.
And lastly, thank you to anyone that was watching and supporting the event throughout. We still have one more day, isn't that right, Oz?
Yes, we do have one more day.
One more day to go to reach all the goals that we have for the event. So let's try and do that, right?
Yeah.
But my name is Root. If you are interested in anything regarding Metroid Dread, I do speedruns at twitch.tv/RootOrigin. I have an 80% no major glitches guide on YouTube as well, if you would like to check that out. Maybe you're interested in the speedrun. But yeah, with that, thank you for watching, and hopefully I will either see you in another stream, another event, or in my stream. I don't know. But thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that amazing run of Metroid Dread 100% no major glitches, Root. It was an absolute delight to see. If you want to see more of her, she has amazing content, both live and on YouTube, so please go check her out. Meanwhile, we're going to get set up for the final run of the day as we continue the Metroid block with the Metroid Prime now randomizer. Because of your guys' donations, we've met that incentive to upgrade it to a randomizer instead of the vanilla game, and so I'm super excited for that. I know Reggie is, and I know all of y'all in chat are. Meanwhile, we get set up for that. Make sure to get some more donations in so that you give Bonnie Dimples over here some work after we do this host transition in a bit. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Okay, everyone, that's it for me on the host mic tonight. That's it for me on the host mic for the rest of the marathon. However, I'm going to hand you off to Bonnie Dimples, so everyone give him some love as he closes out tonight with Metroid Prime Randomizer. Take it away, Bonnie.
Thank you, Ozmourn. That's right, I am back. It is I, Bonnie Dimples, here to close out one more night here at Completithon 2023. And as you heard, it is the Metroid Prime Randomizer coming up next. I am super excited for this. I have to tell you, if you have never seen a Metroid Prime Randomizer, let alone a 100% randomizer, you are in for one heck of a treat. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and we get to see it in a whole new light. It's like a whole new game. And that is coming up in just a little bit here. So don't you go anywhere. For those of you just tuning in, this is Completithon 2023. It is a charity event dedicated to completionist speedruns. This includes 100%, all collectibles, or even categories where you collect just a few little specific things like all red berries, all shines, all this and that, all knickknacks, all Fruity Loops, whatever have you, just to name a few. If you're interested in getting involved or finding out more, make sure to join our Discord and follow us on Twitter to get updates on future events. We got links to that in our bio right down below. And of course, we are here raising money for Somos Familia Vahe, which they are they are a community-based organization created and led by local low-income first-generation college students who are LGBTQ+ people of color in the San Fernando Valley area in San Fernando, California. Somos Familia Vahe organizes for intersectional LGBTQ+ liberation through transformative dialogue, advocacy, and civic engagement. They are truly wonderful people doing wonderful work for some people who really need it. So, by all means, please let us get as much as we can raised for them before the end of this marathon. We are sitting at a little over $1,000, and that is incredible. But I think we can do better. We got one whole day left, so let's try to pump that up as high as possible. And if it's, to sweetens the pot for you a little bit, we got one more goal to meet here for Hollow Knight. That is to get the Path of Pain option going for that speed run there. So if you want to see this game in its most difficult light, you want to make this as frantic for the runner as possible. Let's get that Path of Pain met. Let us walk that Path of Pain together. We need $200 to get to that. We are a little under $40 there. And I think before that run happens tomorrow, that is easy peasy. So let's do it to it. We also got a couple of bid wars for that Hollow Knight run too, including the Save or Kill Mila and the Save or Kill Nailsmith. Both save options are currently in the lead. If you wish to be that person who wants them dead, why you would want such a thing is beyond me. But I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to raise money for charity. So do what you feel you need to do, and let's get that heated up a bit, all right? We also got that Ratchet & Clank or Rift Apart Change Weapon bid war going as well. That is also happening tomorrow. You got 5 whole options there of which weapon you would like to change to. Currently, the Goon Sword has a resounding lead over everything else, but you could also pick the Goon Hammer, a funky Swordfish. You have some nautical adventures with Ratchet & Clank. You can get that Sora action with the Keyblade key weapon, or you can just clean up the deepest, darkest reaches of space with the handy-dandy broom. That is absolutely an option as well. And personally, that's the one I would like to see the most. So let's see what we can cook up there. Got like I said, we got a little less than a day to make that one happen. So let's do it. Like I said, let's do it to it. All right, and I am getting word that we are ready for this Metroid Prime randomizer. So, without further ado, false alarm. We're almost there, folks. Almost there.